From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Monday, January 19th, 2026.
I'm Susan Tompor, and I'm a personal finance columnist with the Detroit Free Press. More than 30 million people age 65 and older could be eligible for a new federal income tax break for seniors. Yet, it's important to know it is not automatic. These seniors are going to need to file a new Schedule 1A to claim what's called the enhanced deduction for seniors. The White House Council of Economic Advisors estimated that those who qualify could gain an average of $670 in after-tax income thanks to the new tax break, and some will benefit far more than that. The deduction is up to $6,000 for singles and up to $12,000 for a married couple filing a joint return. The size of your tax break is going to depend on your income. The enhanced senior deduction starts phasing out at a 6% rate for single taxpayers with income over $75,000 and for a married couple filing a joint return with income over $150,000. The deduction is fully phased out at $175,000 for singles or $250,000 for joint filers. The risk here, tax experts say, is that some seniors will overlook this important tax break by not completing a Schedule 1A.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Jalen Williams. A New Boston woman who was charged with stealing more than $2 million from her employer pleaded guilty to 3 counts of embezzlement, $100,000 or more, and 1 count of forgery in the Third Circuit Court in Wayne County, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel announced Wednesday. Susan O'Hara, 56 of New Boston, was charged with 8 felonies in August in connection with embezzlement of more than $2 million from General RV Center in Wixom. She had been scheduled for a jury trial in January, but accepted a plea deal on January 13th, online court records indicate. In addition to the charges she pleaded to, O'Hara faced 2 additional forgery charges, identity theft, and using a computer to commit a crime. Those counts were dismissed as part of the plea. O'Hara will appear before Judge Darnella Williams Claiborne for sentencing on March 20th.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Motor City Brewing Works, a Detroit beer establishment that bills itself as home of the Ghetto Blaster, announced this week on its website it is closing, perhaps just temporarily, next month. The brewery said it's pausing to figure out what comes next. The showdown also comes as the Brewers Association, a group representing more than 9,000 breweries, reports that the sales of craft beer are in decline and news outlets question whether the trend has peaked. It's also happening as Americans debate whether the boom President Donald Trump touted to the Detroit Economic Club actually exists, and as some say, the economic and political climate is driving them to drink. Our situation is very unique, Motor City Brewing founder and CEO John Leonardos told the Free Press on Wednesday. He added that the decision was not a reflection of the dynamics of the craft beer industry. In recent years, more breweries, news outlets have reported, have closed and opened, a sign that tastes may be changing, which may be bad news for Michigan, a go-to beer state. Motor City Brewing, which has been in business since 1994, said its recent decision to pause operations came down to something very real and very Detroit. It blamed its woes on infrastructure issue, the city's historic thermal steam system, which has been discontinued. Its last day is February 8th.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.